Hey guys, what's up? It's PokeBlitz here today, and I am so excited to tell you that Ruby and Sapphire remakes have been confirmed. That's right, Alpha, Sapphire and Omega Ruby. It's actually supposed to be the other way around, you know, what Willy Wonka does. Scratch that, reverse it. But anyway, I'm so excited because I've been waiting for this forever. You have no idea. It's like the Pokemon Bank thing times a billion, because that's basically what this is. It's so exciting to know that they're finally confirmed, and they're coming out in November, which is annoying because, you know, it's like a 6-month wait. It's exactly what they did in X and Y. But anyway, in honor of the remakes, I would like to state my top 5 wants for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I got it right, yes. So yeah, without further ado, let us get into them. Number 5! Alright, so number 5, we've got a gym leader rehash, if you like. Personally, in the Ruby and Sapphire games, Brawly was a dud. Never liked him at all. He was a boring person, boring gym leader, easy fight. So yeah. Personally, I would just chuck him out the window. Just literally Game Freak, just get the person who designed Brawly and just chuck him out the window. It's probably the same person who designed frickin', I don't know, said firefighting was a good idea. Oh, let's do that for the next 3 generations. No. Because it didn't work. Thank goodness for X and Y. But yeah, anyway, I don't think Brawly's a really good character to keep. I'd personally just kick him out. As for who would fill his place, I'd say N would probably be a better choice. Why N? Well, first off, his abilities are unquestionable. He's pretty powerful. He beat Alda in Unova, so he's pretty powerful at the most. And yeah, what type should I think he'd be? Just grass type, because, oh, he's got green hair, come on, grass type's second favorite type. I just want it, and plus Fortress City would be such a good place to put it. I mean, seriously, is there any other place in the Pokemon world where you could put that? No, you couldn't. As for Winona, where should you move her gym to? I reckon they should make like a sky prison tower. Oh, that would be so sick. And you'd have to fly up there. Oh, but I'll mention stuff about that later on. I think it's number 1. So yeah. And as for the champion, I reckon you should just keep it the same. Elite Four the same, champion the same. Wallace is still the final gym leader. So he's a tough fight, but Steven's tougher. I guess that's all the way we like it. Number 4. Alright, so number 4 is a Mega Evolution storyline. So, in X and Y, it had a pretty good story, but I was really disappointed. Why? Purely because, well, Mega Evolutions were introduced, so it's just like, oh, okay, Mega Evolutions introduced, they gotta be used in the story, right? But no. They were all mysterious. Oh, spooky. But yeah, I was really disappointed, and I'd want to see what they could do with it if they put Mega Evolution into the storyline. I think it would be a perfect place to put in there. Why? Purely because, well, if you take a look, Kanto represents technology, Johto represents mythology, and the third region, or Hoenn, represents environmental issues and the environment, and la-di-da-di-da, green stuff, and Peter, and, oh, well, not Peter, that's more Team Plasma and Gen 5. But, yeah, and I think it would be a perfect place to introduce it, purely because, you know, Alpha and Omega, you know, there could be different forms of Mega Evolutions we could see here, and, yeah, they explain a lot about the environment, give us more into the Mega Evo depth. So yeah, that's number 4 on the list. Number 3. Alright, so number 3 on this list is probably shouldn't be that high, but I think it is pretty cool to have. It's just one of those things that usually sneaks above a few just because nostalgia. Not really nostalgia because it's not that old, but X and Y introduced character customization, and like we were just like, yay, character customization. Yes, best thing in the world. We got it and we were like, yes, this is good. The only thing that could be better is if we made DLC which had other people from the past games costumes in there, which it didn't. And I think that was kind of sad. It was a nostalgic game. X and Y was supposed to be the game that brought all the Pokemon fans together, and they couldn't create some extra suits for extra characters, extra DLC. So I reckon that's what they should do in this game, and up it up a bit so you can have different colors, you can paint your thing, you could have a whole lot of things. You could, you know, maybe even get Pokedolls. I reckon Pokedolls would be a cool part, and if you collected a certain amount of Pokedolls, you could get a certain amount of prizes, and I think it would also bring a lot of marketing issues, and it could also represent real life, you know. It's set in Japan, so make a Pokemon Center with all the Pokemon dolls, and you could go put them in your secret bases, which is actually not on this list, purely because I didn't have Wi-Fi as a kid, so no secret bases for me, but now I do, so I guess it would be good. But back on topic, I reckon character customization is very important. It lets the character have its own uniqueness about it, and I guess that's what was so good about X and Y. That everything was unique, everything you did was unique, you catch different Pokemon, different stats, allowed to customize. X and Y was basically about customizing. You want Ruby and Sapphire remakes to more about okay, we're on storyline here, but we want to swerve a bit into the fantasy, if you get what I mean. So that's number 3 on the list. On to number 2. Alright, so number 2, it's pretty obvious what I want. Remakes of the areas. Oh my gosh, this would be amazing. There is actually a guy on Deviantart, I think I've got his pictures up there now, if you could look, I think. He is amazing. He's created scenes from Ruby and Sapphire, or technically Emerald, but Ruby and Sapphire with the Pokemon walking around and la-di-da-di-da, and it's so great because it looks like an X and Y form, but it's not. It's so beautiful. I'll put a link to his link in the description to his DeviantArt page down below. Although he's only got 5 entries, he is an amazing artist. He has done different scenes and everything, so you can go on, support him, and everything like that. So yeah, I think it's really important for Ruby and Sapphire to bring back the nostalgia, but also bring back the 3D aspect. We all went 3D in X and Y. Everyone was like, whoa, this is like, here's my socks, and they just blast off into space. It was pretty amazing, and I think it would be sad if they just went straight back into the sprites, which hopefully they're not doing, because if they are, I'll just like, you know, just like, well, I'm not getting this game, so I'll just probably shoot myself in the head, and that'll be it. But, yeah, remakes of the areas, they have to be very careful with this. They have to bring back the most nostalgic moments of the game, but they have to do it in a way that is acceptably better. So, in that sense, it's alright if they miss out on some areas. Some areas that I would like to do, like Setopolis, underwater, whatever you say, underwater, flying, which I'll get to later in the first entry. I reckon Petalburg Woods, Fortree City, basically places that you can use 3D, go for it. But if you can't use 3D in any way that makes it better than what Ruby and Sapphire was, then just completely, just get rid of it, because it's no use. Just chuck it out the window. Chuck it out the window like you chuck Brawly. But, yeah, that's number 2 on this list. Alright, finally. Number 1. Alright, so number 1 is basically freedom. Freedom! Okay, so what I mean by this is, over the past, how many years has it been since Nintendo started in the Western culture? Around about 15 years. Pokemon has been doing this thing when they fly and they have this little animation, or you dive and you have this little animation and you go underwater. But imagine in Ruby and Sapphire, if you could go underwater and you can actually move around. Sorry. You can already do that in 3D, but that's pretty cool. But imagine if you could encounter Pokemon in there. Like, not with, not in grass, not in seaweed, I guess it's called. But in the overworld. And you could have overworld battles, and oh my gosh, it's so amazing. And flying. Oh, it would be beautiful. Oh my gosh, you'd get on your Staraptor and you just fly. You'd actually be able to control the toggle stick. This would solve the problem of like flying everywhere and trying to get to one certain place rather than having to, you know, fly to a Pokemon Center then traveling from there. I got quite annoyed. It was exactly like something in a video editing program where it says snap to point, and I'm like, no, I don't want that, I want freedom, So overworld battles, flying, it would be brilliant, and it could be used in sky battles as well. You could encounter in the sky. So basically the format for this would probably be like Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs, if you know that game. The like sort of mini game, if you like, where you fly in Latios all around the Pokemon pinches, I believe that's what they're called. But the Pokemon pinches, they try to pinch your Latios and you just blast off into the sky, but you're actually able to control it a bit. Now I reckon if Pokemon could get a hold of that, they would have a lot more to do with that. Also with Freedom, I reckon field moves, some HMs should be more accessible, if you like. Also some TMs, some technical machines, should be more accessible. So if you want to use Psychic to get to a higher ledge, which you can't do with Fly, because your flying Pokemon doesn't want to get hit by the landslide. And the cool thing about this is that you could have natural disasters at random. And oh my gosh, I could go forever about this, but then this video would never end, and you would be sitting here and you'd be like, well, time to kill myself. But yeah, anyway, that's number 1. You go ahead, you see what you can come up with. Go ahead and leave your own comment below. But yeah, anyway guys, that is my top 5 most wants for Ruby and Sapphire remakes. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I said it right. Got it. So, if you so go ahead, leave your own top 5 in the comments below. Just make sure you respect my opinion. Just make sure I'll respect yours. And if you do, you might even change my opinions, change my ideas, and I might have to re-upload this video. I'm kidding, I won't do that because this voiceover is taking forever. But yeah, anyway guys, see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't already, make sure to click that like button and also that subscribe button. And if you don't want to miss out on any future updates that my channel makes, go ahead to my channel, right click that subscribe button and push send me updates. Thanks guys. Remember, strike Pokemon, strike love, and always strike thunder. PokeBlitz out.